morning, you guys. It's Katrina. Welcome back to my channel. It is Saturday, but I just wanted to let you know there's going to be probably a 2 or 3 minute video of Friday because I just didn't want to upload such a short video. So after I talk, I'm going to go ahead and have my Friday in there, and then we're going to go on and we're going to continue with our Saturday. Today we're going to be making some steak on the grill, some sauteed mushrooms, and we are going to make a grilled onion with butter. Not sure what the sweet treat's going to be, but we're going to have something, okay? So don't you worry about that. Anyway, I finally am getting myself up and getting together. I'm not feeling the greatest. If you're a woman, you'll probably know why I don't. Those times. But anyway, I haven't forgotten about any of you. I hope you haven't forgotten about me. I love and miss you guys so much, and I look forward to coming back and show you what we're going to be making. Well, I just told you, didn't I? But see what I mean? I'm not all there today. You're going to come back while we make it, okay? So anyway, just sit back, relax, and I'll be back in a few. Well, good morning, you guys, and happy Friday. I just got back from the store. Sorry, I'm a hot mess, but I cleaned this house for over 2 hours this morning, and that's how I got my exercise in. I burnt like 550 calories. I had my music going. I was having a good time. But I'm going to show you now the grocery haul. All right, guys, we're going to start over here with our vegetables, and I did get some peppers because I figured I'm going to cut those up and have them with a dill dip that I'm going to make, just so I have those for snacks. Inside the plastic here, that is just one red onion and one white. The white one, I was thinking about putting it in some tin foil with butter and then cooking it on the grill when I make my steak. I did get some coleslaw and I did get some lettuce. I got avocados, of course, and of course I always get me a cucumber. I did get some mushrooms and little grape tomatoes. For my meats here, I got some chorizo here that I'm going to put with maybe some scrambled eggs. I bought some sausage, some hot dogs. I did get a bag of shrimp. I did get chicken gizzards. I'm not sure if you guys like them. I love them. I'll show you how I cook them and what I dip them in to eat. I did get me a nice steak and some ground beef. Okay, over here in my dairy, I did get cream cheese, sour cream, a block cheese, heavy whipping cream, and some almond milk because I bought some keto-friendly cereal on Amazon. I'm going to let you know how that is. I should be receiving it tomorrow. Of course, I got me some pork rinds, barbecue and chili lime. I got me some Powerade Zeros, and I did buy me some sugar-free Jell-O. So this is my haul for this week, you guys. And I cannot wait to make something with y'all. So I will get this all put away, and I'll see you guys back. There's going to be my first meal of the day, you guys. I have been so busy today, I haven't had time to eat. I had like 5 pork rinds and a little bit of that dill dip that I like to make. But this is dinner, and we've got 2 all-beef hot dogs. And I've got it on top of some homemade coleslaw that I made, which is just with I bought the angel hair slaw mix, and then I just put some mayonnaise and some white vinegar in it. I also put some red onion over it, some dill relish, and some regular mustard. And then I'm going to have me a little glass of Diet Coke. So this is going to be dinner. Bon appetito. All right, guys. I still don't have my towel on my head because, you guys know I leave it on for a little while because I like it to dry my hair before I dry my hair. Anyway, so I wanted to show you because I got my steak seasoned that's going to go on the grill. And I'm going to show you what I seasoned it with. And then I'm going to show you what we're going to do with this onion. So come on down here and take a look. Okay, the steak there is already seasoned on both sides, and what I used here was this Salt Lick garlic dry rub. I poured that just all over, and then I put some of this blackened seasoning and just sprinkled it all over, and of course, my garlic salt. And then I put all over. Then I take it, I massaged it with my hand. Do both sides and massage it into the meat, okay? And then I'm going to let that sit a couple hours before it goes on the grill. But while you guys are sitting here, what we're going to do now, we're going to take this onion and we're going to get this ready for the grill. All right. And what I'm going to do is let me get my sharp knife. And I am just going to cut the bottom here off. And I have a flatter surface. It's going to sit flatter. But what I want to do is peel this outer layer off a little bit. It's not required, but I don't know. I've always done it, so that's that. All right, get all that skin and all of that off. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some tin foil, because again, it's going to go on the grill. So it's going to be wrapped in the tin foil. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut, not all the way to the bottom though. Don't go all the way down. Just make cuts in it. There's quarters, and now I'm going to go in between those. Again, not all the way to the bottom. I'm going to go a little bit further. But just be careful. Just be careful when you do it. You want it to be able to open up a little, but you don't want it to open up a lot and then seep out the bottom. You know what I mean? See, it's going to open up a little bit in there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some real butter, and this is salted butter. I love salted butter. A lot of people don't like to use it. I do. And I'm going to cut, let me see, I've got about, this is probably about 2.5 tablespoons right here. Remember, on keto, butter is your friend, okay? And I'm just going to cut little slivers. You do it however you want to. And then we're just going to place them down into where we made our cuts. Now again, onions do have carbs in them, okay? So but we're not going to sit here and eat this whole onion, right? You know, we're just going to have a little bit, and then you can always save it and have some late, the next day or whatever. You don't have to eat everything in one night. Things have to have carbs. Remember, even on keto, you need to have at least 15 to 20 carbs coming from like some type of a vegetable or greens or, something like that. Okay, I've got that in there. Let me wash my hands real quick because they're a little bit slippery. Okay, and to that, I am going to drizzle just a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. Just a drizzle. And let it just seep down the sides like that. Then we're going to take some salt. And it can fall to the bottom because when you wrap it up, it's gonna get all on the sides there, okay? And we're gonna put some pepper. And I, of course, my garlic powder, not garlic salt, garlic powder, you guys. And put that all over there like that. And all of this goodness that fell on the tinfoil here, it's okay because see, you're gonna go just like this. And that's how we're going to leave it, just like that. And this is how it's going to sit. So when we have the steak, this is going to sit on the grill. This is going to take a little bit longer than the steak. So once the grill gets heated up, I'm going to go ahead and place this on there probably for about 10 or 15 minutes before I put my steak on there. Now, I just also wanted to let you know, with the onion, if you want to make even more cuts, kind of like they have at the blooming onions when you go out to dinner and stuff, and they have a bunch of the slices where it opens up more, you are more than welcome to do that and just put your butter all through there. Add whatever seasonings you want to that. I could have added some of that dry rub or the blackening seasoning, put that on there. Whatever flavors you like, put it on that onion. Whatever's going to go with onion and butter, put it on there. I've put seasonings on it before, but this time I just wanted the salt, pepper, and the butter. Like I said, I always drizzle a little bit of olive oil. If you don't want the olive oil because you have the butter, then don't. I like it on there. So, but these things you can make to your liking, and like I said, make more cuts in it so it pulls apart easier for you. However you want to do it, make it for fun and delicious for your liking. I mean, that's all I can tell you because that's what I do. Everything that I've ever done, I'm always experimenting and adding. And I think I've told you guys this before. is I experiment, and if I like it, I make it again. If I don't, well, I just don't, and I don't tell anybody. No, really. But no, for real, but that's the truth. But anyway, but I just wanted to let you know, I mean, it's up to you to add whatever seasonings or whatever on there. Add some cayenne if you want some spice in there. Anything that you like, you can put on that onion, and it's going to be delicious. And if you don't have a grill and you're not putting it out there, you can put it in the oven. And you could probably bake it at 350, probably about 20, 25 minutes. And then I would open it up, the tinfoil, and then put it on broil for about probably 3 to 6 minutes, something like that. Just watch it. You don't want to burn it, you know what I mean? But anyway, so I just wanted to let you know that. So we're going to let our steak marinate, and we're going to let our onion just sit there with the butter and the seasonings on it, and until we're ready to put it on the grill. I'll see you then. So I just put the steak on the grill. The onion's been on there about 10, 12 minutes. But I just ran out of gas, and I'm not going to get it right now. So the steak's coming back in, and we're going to cook it in a cast iron pan with some butter. Okay, guys. Well, I am back, and so ran out of gas. I'm not even mad though, because I should have got gas the last time I used it, because mine has the monitor thing that goes down, and it's been down on that one for the last 3 or 4 or maybe 5 times I've used it. So I knew it was going to run out of me sometime. Thank God it was just with the steak, because that's going to be just as easy to do in here in the cast iron skillet. And I'll go get gas in that from Walmart tomorrow, or Academy or somewhere. But yes, you want to use a cast iron skillet. And I'm going to take and clean this. See, this is because it stayed wet too long when I washed it last time. So I'm going to get some oil. I'm going to clean all that up and get all that out of here. And then I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of butter in here. And you want this to get piping hot. And then you're going to put that steak in there. You guys, this steak is going to be just as good in this pan with butter as it is on the grill. I mean, y'all know me though. I just love everything on the grill. So I did leave the onion, because it still did have some heat. So I'm just going to leave the onion out there as long as I possibly can, because I really don't want to turn the oven on because it's so hot here in Texas. So let me get this cleaned up, and I'll be right back with you guys. I went ahead and put it in the sink and scrubbed it down with one of my scouring pads. And so what you want to do, if you're going to use cast iron, and I mean, a lot of you might know this already, but you can't leave anything in there. You know how in some of your pans you put water and let it soak so it gets all the stuff off? You cannot do that with cast iron. You have to actually get it cleaned up. And then I usually put it back on the burner, turn it up, and let that dry it. And then I take some oil it down. And if it's going to go back in with my other pans, all I do is put a paper towel in there so then the other pans can sit on top of it as well. But, so it looks like maybe the last time I just didn't do it as well, and I'm not sure why, because I love taking care of this. I've had this pan probably close to 20 years, at least 17 years. I know that. So anyway, but let me go ahead and get this oiled up. I'm going to get the butter, or I'm going to get some butter, get it ready to get in the pan, and then I'll be right back with you. Okay, guys, I just turned the pan on over here, and I'm putting it on a medium high. Like I said, I want the pan to get pretty hot, because what you want to do with a steak when you're cooking it inside in the pan, now don't forget your butter. I've got a decent sized steak here. It's got a good thickness, and it's pretty decent size. So make sure you have enough butter in the pan for that, because that butter gives it so much flavor. So I'm going to stick that in there so that it melts down in there. And then what I was saying is, what you want to do with your steak, you get it really hot, and then you put the steak, cook it on one side, because you want a nice sear on that side. And then you turn it over, and you get a nice sear on that side. Then you turn it down a little bit, cook it to the desired temperature that you want. Personally, I like mine a little bit more rare than a medium rare. You get what I'm saying? I mean, sometimes it goes when you cut it, but no, I don't want it that raw. But I do like my steak pretty rare. It's just, to me, it's better flavor. So, but that's what you're going to do. You're just going to cook it to your desired temperature. And that's it. And like I said, it's been marinating for about 3 hours. So it is going to be delicious. So, with that being said, we're waiting for the butter to melt. I'm going to show you the little sweet treat we're going to go ahead and make. So come on down here. All right. See, we already got everything out of here. I got 2 little bundt pans. And I'm just making a small amount, so I know I've got a big bowl here, but I have 4 ounces of cream cheese. And you guys, hopefully it turns out good because I'm making it with you guys right now. I haven't done this before yet. I'm just trying it out. If it doesn't work, we won't do it again, will we? Okay, so I've got 4 ounces of cream cheese in here. And now what I'm going to put is I am going to get some Swerve sweetener. So hold on, I got my Swerve and I got the granular sugar. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start out with 2 tablespoons of that. And the reason being is because I'm still going to add, because it's 'tis the season, right? So we're going to add a little bit of pumpkin in there. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to go ahead and beat this together. And then I'll add the pumpkin. And then I have an egg I'm going to add. But before I add the egg, I'm going to taste it to make sure it's got the sweetness that I want. Now that I've beaten that together, I'm going to use my tablespoon here. And I am going to get 2 heaping tablespoons of the pumpkin. I got some ground cinnamon I want to put in, and I'm just going to sprinkle over the top. I'm going to sprinkle in some pumpkin pie spice, just as much as you like or as little as you like, or don't put it at all. A little bit of nutmeg. And then I am going to put a 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla. Okay, and I am going to go ahead and get this mixed up real quick, and I'll be right back. All right, I just wanted you to see here my grease, or my butter, how it's hot in there. So I'm going to go ahead and take my steak. See, I got a little bit of grill marks. That's what you want to hear, you guys. You want to hear that noise. If you don't hear that noise, don't put it in there yet. And I'm going to let this get a real good sear on that first side. Then I'm going to turn it over for the other side to get a good sear. And then I'm going to turn it down a little bit and let it cook to the desired temperature I want it. Okay, back over here. So I've got this. Now I'm going to add 1 egg. I'm going to add 1 egg to this. Oh, wait. Well, thank God the egg's over here. I'm going to taste it on this side then. Plenty sweet to me. So 2 tablespoons of the confectioner sugar. I taste it on the other side because I dang sure don't taste anything with raw egg in it. Some people will still do that. I will not. Okay, now let me bring it over here and I'm going to beat this up. Okay, I've got the egg, everything beat up. I got everything off the sides here. And I did... You're not going to believe it, but I did have to turn the oven on and preheat it to 350 because this does have to be baked since it has the egg in it. I'm going to spray those down with a little bit of pan spray. All right, I got 2 of those there. Let me move this back so you can see them. They're teeny little butt pans. So I am going to go ahead. Let's come over here real quick. We're doing 2 things at once, y'all. You got to learn how to multitask, and I'm pretty good at it. So I'm going to swerve that in that butter just like that, and then I'm going to turn it over. Look at that. Oh, yes. Look at that sear, you guys. Woo! And it smells amazing in here. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and let it sear on that side, and then I'll turn it down a little bit to get to my rare. Okay, so got this. Move this out of the way. My 2 pans here. So I'm going to go ahead and pour. Don't waste any. Get it all in there, y'all. You know, it's just funny because, you know, back in the day, well, any of you that are my age or around my age, within about 5, 7 years. When we were young, our parents used to make cakes, or our grandparents, or whatever, and we used to lick those things, the beaters, right? We used to, and you know there was eggs in there. I mean, how come it never bothered us then, but now we can get salmonella and die? And since I know people, I mean, I don't know them personally, but I've seen it on the news and everything that, you know, salmonella poisoning and all this kind of stuff, I will not try anything that has raw egg in it. So, okay, now what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to go like that. That's to get the bubbles out, to get the air. And as soon as my beep, beep, beep goes off, we're going to throw that in the oven. And then we're going to check on our steak. All right. I got a pretty good sear on that side as well. I'm going to swoosh it around in that butter a little bit more. You see how that steak absorbed that butter? Oh, yes. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn it down a little bit. And then I'm going to let it cook. I'm not even going to cover it because if I cover it, it's going to cook it too much. And I'm also going to, it's not going to be on here long because when I take it off, it still continues to cook. I just turned it over right now one more time just so I could sop up some more of this butter. I'm going to go ahead and turn this off because I don't want it to get overcooked because then I will not like it at all. I just took the steak out right now and put it in the plate, and then I took the rest of that butter in there and I poured it over the top. And until that cools down, I'm going to leave that butter sitting in it. I don't want to put water in it because that's what makes it rust. So I'm going to leave that butter in there until it cools down, and then I'm going to be able to wash that. Or till it, you know, is cooled down enough to where I can wash it. Okay, the beeper just went off, so I just put those little mini cheesecakes in the oven. I'm going to set the kitchen timer for about, let's go with, we're going to start with 20 minutes. Because they are smaller. Like my bigger one, when I do that, it's in like almost an hour. But these are really small, not thick at all. So I'm going to start with 20 minutes. I can always add time to it. Anyway, the good thing about the grill, though, I did get the onion put on there in time because I feel it, and it feels real soft, and that's where you want it. And all that goodness and butter and all that is in there. So we're going to put that to the side as well. Let's turn that light off. And we're just going to wait for that to bake, and then we'll be back. So basically, we're going to have steak. We've got the onion. I was going to make some sauteed mushrooms. If you guys are interested in that, I guess I can do those. But I'm going to go sit down for just a minute before I do that because I'm hot. And I tell you what, you guys, I know some of you probably live up north and stuff and are dreading the winters and stuff, but I tell you what, I can't stand this heat in Texas. It is just, it's miserable. It is. When I was with my son, we went down to that one little town, and we got on scooters. Well, I had on jeans, you know, because I didn't know we were going to get on scooters. But I'm telling you what, I was completely soaking wet. My hair underneath was sopping wet. I had nothing to pull it up and put it up or anything like that. And I'm sorry, I do not like to sweat like that. And I am a sweater. I've been a sweater my entire life. I sweat all the time. But I tell you what, I hope the more weight that I lose, I hope I become one of them people that's cold all the time. And I know some of you that are probably cold all the time say, no, no, no. Well, I'd rather be cold all the time because you can put stuff on to get warm, but I can only take so much off. And even if I can walk around here in my bra and underwear and I'm still going to be sweating. So it's not going to help. And I cannot stand it. I like to wear makeup. I like to do my hair. So I do not like to sweat. And here in Texas, I'm telling you, summers are 6 months at least. So anyway, okay, we're going to go ahead and wait for those to get cooked so I can get that stupid oven turned off. And then I'll bring you back so we can see what they look like. All right, guys, we got about 7, 6. We're going to go ahead and check on the cheesecake. Let's turn that off. Oh, yeah, those are perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and get my little mittens and get it out of the oven. The steak is still over here. Now, let me tell you something about the steak, and I'm sure most of you probably know, but when you cook your meats, when you take it off the heat, you need to not touch it for a good 5 to 10 minutes. I always go 10, but at least 5 or 6 minutes. Do not touch that meat. Do not put a fork in it. Do not put a knife near it. That first cut you make, all the juice comes out. The rest of it's going to be dry. So remember to let it just sit. I got that out, you guys. I'm going to go sit down for just a few minutes. I think I'm going to go watch a little bit of this movie I started called The Last Exorcism. So, but I'll be back with you guys in a little bit and finish dinner. Okay, guys. Well, I decided I'm not going to cook the mushrooms today because I've got pork chops that I want to make sometime this week, and I'm going to make the mushrooms with like a gravy, like a cream sauce over the pork chops. So I wanted to save those, especially since I already have this onion. And then I may make a salad later on, I'm not sure. But I wanted you to go ahead and see this. The steak is done. Everything's done sitting here. Now we're gonna plate a little bit for me to have for dinner, and I want you to take a look. Okay. Now I cut this steak off of here already. Look at all that juice right here. Woo-hoo! And look at the color of that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now we're going to open this onion and be careful because you know it's out. Look at this. It's already got stuff on the bottom. But you know it's got tons of, oh yes. Let me bring you down here. Can you see that? Look at all that juice in there. Yum. So let me see if I can get some of this out on the plate. I'm going to move it over here just in case. I don't want any. Oh yeah. Just pull it apart. And then I'm going to get a little spoon here just to get a little bit of that juice on it. I could get more, but I don't want more right now. I'm just going to do a little taste test because actually I'm right in the middle of a movie and I'm not ready to eat yet. But I wanted to show it to you. That's how your steak should be. Because then it won't be tough or anything like that. If it's overcooked, well, to me it is. I mean, if it's overcooked, I can't eat it. It's just too much and too chewy. Oh, that steak is so good. I'm telling you, when you put your spices on your meats, definitely massage it in because you get so much more flavor that way. You guys not up high enough? I feel like the top of my head's cut off. But we are going to go ahead and taste the onion that we cooked on the grill like that. Oh, that is so good, you guys. And you know what I think next time? I'm going to do the onion like that, and I may throw some mushrooms in there with it. You know, cut them like in half or quarters. Throw it in there with the onion, with the butter and the seasonings. That's going to be delicious. Even if you don't really like onions that much, you're going to definitely like this. So I'm going to show you. That's the dinner. I'm going to bring over one of these. Little cheesecakes. But I'm just going to take a taste. Oh, it's still very moist on the inside. You see that? Oh, yeah, that's good. Oh, that's so good. Yeah. What I would make with that later is some heavy whipping cream, put it in a bowl, get out your blender, blend it up with a little bit of swerve. I would use the confection sugar though, because the granules will be crunchy in there. But I would use the confectioners. Just sprinkle it in there, and as you're doing it, just taste it to however you want your sweetness. And that's all you have to do. And there you have your own whipping cream, like Cool Whip. You can put it in the freezer or the refrigerator before you top it onto your little mini cheesecakes. And there you have it. This is going to be a great dinner. I think I am going to go ahead and finish eating this, and I'm going to get a little bit more onion and go finish watching my movie. All right, guys, thank you so much for coming each and every day to my channel. I hope you enjoyed this video. I sure have missed you guys, so we're going to do few more videos but like I said, I spent time with my son, so I didn't upload any videos because I wanted to spend as much time with him as I could. Just bonding time, you know, mom and son. But anyway, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate each and every one of you. I love reading all of your comments. If I miss a few here and there, I'm so sorry. I try to get to them all. But I appreciate everything with you guys, with helping me to find out my wardrobe to take to Dallas, what to wear on the plane. You guys are so amazing. And if it wasn't for you, I would not be doing this. And I would not be continuing to lose weight. I hope I'm keeping you motivated because you're sure keeping me motivated. You guys, if you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and hit that bell so you're always notified when I do a crazy video, a cooking video, an exercise video. Who knows what I'm going to do next. Comment, like, and share the video. Let's get a lot of people involved in this. Let's get everybody healthy. Let's get everybody having a good time. All right, you guys, I'm going to say goodnight for now. I love you all, and I will see you on the next clip.